here. It says one waiting, but I don't see anyone. I'll just type hello. I'll wait a second to see if anybody responds. It says one waiting, but no one else is here. So if nobody shows up, I'll just wait 15 or 20 minutes and then just kind of abandon. Oh, hello, Christian Burrows. Hello. I ended up having some free time this evening, so I figured I might just do a live stream. Why not? It's easier to do it at random times rather than scheduling them. So I just thought I'd try it out. What's up, Christian? Were you here the other day for the Anyways, can you still hear me? I'm sorry. Hello. Hello. Okay, so I did a live stream the other day and I was talking about everything under the sun. But every time I do a live stream, I realize that after the live stream is over, I just go, oh, I wish I would have said this or that or this. And I remembered that when I was talking about my grandfather, that was, I'll just catch you up. Long story short, I had a grandfather who lived through a war, earned the Purple Heart. He worked for Consumers Energy and climbed the poles for 30-some years. He lived through alcoholism, skin cancer, emphysema, and he ended up dying due to someone slitting his throat from ear to ear, and it is a cold case. Hello, Biznitch. But I realized, oh, hello, Black Metal Nazgul, Ice Wolfman, Brian Morrow, hello. I realized that I should have shared with you guys the letter from the police department that was emailed to me. And so I thought I would share that with you guys if you wanted to, or we could talk about something else. But I was also going to share my crazy dream journal. I usually try to write them down. If I don't write them down, it's either because it's too jumbled up and I can't make any sense of it enough to even write it down, or it's so complex that it would take up half of a book and there's no way I would remember it long enough to write it all down. I wish there was a way to, I know I'm not the only one, but I wish there was a way to record what your brain is seeing so you don't have to try and explain it to someone else. It was a long time. It was a long time ago, Ice Wolf Man, but it's still unjust when someone, when someone's case goes unsolved. It's unjust. Yeah. Letter. And the only reason I was going to read the letter is because I don't know if I can screen share the letter. I know I can screen share. I'm going to try and screen share the letter. Hold on. Let's see if it'll work. Oh, yep. Okay. So you guys in a second will see the letter too. So you guys let me know if you can see the beginning of this Word document here. You see. Yeah, you guys can see that, can't you? So I can read this to you and then you will catch up to it. So this was sent to me by the chief of police from the department that handled my grandfather's, and all the names are here. Everyone involved has since passed away. So I feel like it's not slanderous in any way. But it says the following is a case synopsis regarding the homicide of your grandfather, Benny Paul Anglin. Case synopsis date. This is when it was sent, but the date of the offense was on the 1st Well, actually, it happened. Well, that says January 2nd, 2001. The murder of Benny Paul Anglin. The body of Benny Paul Anglin was discovered in his residence on the said date that I just said by Brenda Evans, who had been hired to clean up Anglin's residence. At the scene, Evans reported that a man by the name of David Jacks had brought Anglin food on 1/1/2001. During an initial interview with Jacks, he stated that when he delivered the food to Anglin, Anglin stated to him that Big John had come to visit him that day. Big John was identified as Randy Gene Smith, white male, and then it says his birthday, as you can probably see. During a subsequent interview with Jacks, he reported that Anglin had told him that Big John was in a truck and that there had been another male subject with him that did not come inside the residence. Items of evidence were recovered from the scene of the murder, which included blood evidence from both inside and outside of the residence. Also recovered were plaster castings of footprints which had been left in the snow outside of the residence. Right here is important because my grandpa lived in Paris, Texas. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with the area, but it's pretty rare, I believe, for Texas to get snow. Let me see this. Let me go back to the document. All of the blood evidence was linked back to the victim in the case through DNA analysis. The plaster castings were never linked to anyone. When contact was made with one of the listed suspects, Randy Smith, on the 5th of January, he was wearing a new pair of Workload brand suede leather boots with rubber soles. Smith provided a statement at the time and did not mention anything regarding the offense under investigation. Smith's pickup was searched and no evidence of the offense was located. Smith denied being involved in Anglin's murder. Does anyone want me to keep going, or is this like, Brian Marlowe says, I am from near fairly near Paris, Texas. Oh, really? Seems like he's doing more documents than stories recently. Okay, sorry, I was just reading the side thing here. Information was received on 2001, that was March 2nd, from an attorney out of Oklahoma that he was representing a client that had personal information on the suspect involved in the case. The attorney reported, The attorney reported that the suspect's name was Paul and that he had been stopped by a DPS trooper on U.S. Highway 271 for no front license plate. Man, I'm really glad that we don't have to do that anymore. On December 31st, 2000, I mean the front license plates, totally side note, and had been driving a green-colored Ford pickup at the time of the stop. It was later confirmed that Paul Glenn Pickering, white male, there's his birthday, had been stopped at, that'd be 1 o'clock in the morning on, right? Or no, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, duh, on December 31st, 2000 by DPS trooper Johnny Williams. It was also confirmed that Pickering had been issued a warning for his plate. I'm going to surmise this because basically it led to the truck was located in Arlington and was searched subsequent to a search warrant, but according to the evidence collected, nothing was found that linked back to the murder investigation. According to a supplement which was completed by one of the PD investigators, he and an investigator from the AG's office interviewed Pickering on just about a year after the murder, it looks like, at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Parole Division in Fort Worth, Texas. During the interview, the investigators showed Pickering a small portion of a videotape where a PD investigator was interviewing Smith. During the interview, Smith revealed that he had been involved in the murder of Benny Paul Anglin and that items had been placed into a trash bag after the murder. It was at this time that Pickering refused to answer any further questioning and wanted to talk with an attorney. The Lamar County Attorney Mark Bertner, who also serves as a district attorney, had just been elected and took office on January 1st. Bertner had recused himself from prosecution of the case due to the fact that he had previously represented one of the suspects in the case in another matter as a private attorney. Bertner did contact the Texas Attorney General. Blah. You're hearing the what I do to myself all the time when I screw up. He requested a special prosecutor be assigned to the case. The AG's office declined to seek an indictment due to the lack of physical evidence and the statement of basically what could be considered a co-conspirator. Both of the suspects were in and out of incarceration immediately following the murder. Randy Smith, deceased on July 11, 2008. Paul Glenn Pickering died on April 17, 2006. Based on the statement given from Randy Smith, who was in a position at the time in which he needed to cooperate with law enforcement, and the interview with Pickering in which he invoked his right to representation, we believe these two men were involved and committed this heinous crime. We also take into account the statement from David Jacks regarding Benny, telling him of the visit of the suspect by name at the residence, and the other unknown subject being in the pickup, along with a traffic stop placing Pickering in a pickup. There were no indications by physical evidence or interviews that anyone else was involved. I'm going to save that officer's name out of there. Even though these suspects were not punished on this earth for what they were involved in, it is my belief that their punishment came from a higher authority. Both lead detectives in the case are no longer with the police department and have not been in quite some time. The reason I share that is because not the only person. Ooh, Duchess. It is unfortunate. I mean, I would prefer that even if the people are no longer on this earth, I would prefer that someone be attached to the crime. And I think that anybody who's had a crime against a family member or someone that they cared about would prefer that too. And there's not really, you can't bring them back. So even if you charge someone with it, you can't bring them back, but it's the peace of mind that at least some justice was served. Okay, that was a little heavy. We did the heavy first. We'll go to the crazy next. Does anybody have any questions or requests or anything? We're not going to do a 3-hour stream like I did the other day. It was kind of crazy. Trying to find my first. I'm going through my crazy dream journal right now to find the first page of liquid insanity that's in here. This dream journal started out as a planner quite a while ago, actually, but there's like plans. Okay, here we go. It might be hard to read this because I literally write these as soon as I wake up. And wow, some of my writing is really, really bad. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I tried to write down the date. So this is from Friday in January of 2016, but I didn't put like the rest of the date. And the rest of the journal, I think I did put like a date and day, maybe just the date. Most recently, that's what I was doing. Brian, I at least they seem to have solved the crime. Yeah, but they didn't. It's not solved. They never attached it. They never charged anybody. And they were really, we had a lot of contact with the department, and it wasn't very mutual. Yeah, Ice Wolf Man, it's a weeknight, and usually I wouldn't even be home. But long story short, I'm home. Let's see, didn't involve anyone I knew, but I found the biznitch said, didn't involve anyone I knew, but found a man's body while walking my dogs. His wife had stabbed him to death with a screwdriver and dumped his body by the train tracks by my house. Oh. Did they find, I mean, so you know what the resolution was? She charged? Did she get away? Pausing for an answer from the biznitch. Okay. Sharing that room. Please be safe. Okay. Good night, Ice Wolf Man. Okay, so I'm going to go on to this dream journal and see if I can make sense of. This is a Friday in January 2016. Table downstairs was not our table, but then it was. Aqua, use it on certain days. So we only used our table on certain days. An old man kept his wife's deathbed exactly as she left it on her 2 pillows. I can't understand the rest of my own writing. That's just one day. Oh, the business said, yeah, she was the first suspect and admitted to the murder within 48 hours. Does anybody watch 48 Hours? That's just the first 48. That's a really good show, too. Oh, the rest of that dream journal says, picnic at the White House on the corner. Oh, not the White House. There's a White House that's down the corner for me. Babysitting kids I never knew. My dad volunteering to help with new kids I am raising. Long drive, come upon an accident by a, this is all in the same night, mind you. Long drive, come upon an accident by a, I can't even read it, by a gas station and expressway, ramp, off truck, car, semi, elephant, a truck for elephants. There's an accident cleared up in 5 minutes. The elephant's owner never returns. Oh my God. I'm reading my dream journal, but I just read the letter from my I still have it up there. I should probably take that down. Let me do that because there we go. Everyone just wants to see those green lips, but I just thought I should probably take that down because I don't want to be disrespectful to my grandpa. I don't know. It's the God. Oh, the God. Okay. All right. Let me see here. So I did some heavy stuff. I was talking about my grandpa's not a dream. I'm now on to my dream journal. It was a garbled mess, and that was from one night. The letter from my grandpa is not. And it's hard for me to know if you know what I'm talking about because there's like a 30-second delay. So I don't know what's going on. Okay. So then it must have been the next night. Sometimes when I have a really crazy dream, I have a really crazy dream several nights in a row. This was again from 2016, February 6th, Saturday. Old school movie viewing on the reel. Played John Candy was a vampire, and he was really young. I was in and out of the movie, and the whole time in the dream, I could not control when I was on the screen or in the seat. Ooh, and in my dreams, someone that I won't say their names, but someone that we know was doing something bad to someone else, like they were cheating on them or something. But I won't say their names. It was a dream, and it was a long time ago, so it wasn't even factual anyway. I'm just listening to this while doing homework. So hopefully I don't put you to sleep. Friday, February 12th. Again, this is 2016. Reading this back now is hilarious. Ghost world, everything in ruins. So it's like a ghost world, but everything is in ruins, like decay. You can buy property, but it all costs $200,000. So no matter what you bought, it was $200,000. An old man, that seems to be in my dream a lot, an old man that looks like Colonel Sanders riding an old-timey bike. Abandoned tennis court in the forest. Ooh, this is a dream I've had multiple times. Okay, so I'm in a forest, and I come upon this. My dog's barking at someone. I come upon this abandoned tennis court. I've had this dream multiple times, but I only wrote it down this one time. Was going to hide food there. I don't know why, but knew everyone would steal it. Took food inside to the creepy ghost kitchen. So there's like a abandoned house next to this tennis court. And ghost bugs were everywhere. Suddenly, a creepy ghost little girl sees me trying to hide my food, but she sees the bugs too. So she tells me about this magic ghost powder that makes things disappear when you sprinkle it on stuff. So I sprinkle it on the bugs, and they disappear. And when I turn around, the creepy ghost girl is trying to scare me and steal my soul. So I sprinkle her with the powder, but I miss, and it lands on the ground and makes this giant black hole. And the creepy ghost girl falls into the hole and tries to reach for me. Half of her ghost body was in the hole, and around the hole were tons and tons of maggots. She's still trying to reach for me. So I sprinkle more powder on her, and suddenly a million maggots just overtake her and push her down the hole all the way, and you could see her stare with her hands reaching until the maggots overtook her. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you want to stay, Biznitch. It might be too boring. Someone tell me if I should stop reading this, because it might be too boring. Monday, February 15th, 2016. Neighborhood of Lake. What? It's an open garage. The garage floor is an elevator, but it's missing inside the house. I can't get out. Tori Spelling is on the phone and pretend crying and pops her pretend pregnancy baby tummy. I don't know why I was dreaming about Tori Spelling, but that's not even the craziest dream I've ever had. Pregnant belly. I can't read what that says. Someone in a trailer. Okay. Oh my God, I can't even read my own writing. This is really bad. Sorry if this is really boring. Suddenly we have really nice cars. I start asking everyone I see if they need a babysitter for Valentine's Day. God, why would I ask people that? That's not a dream, that's a nightmare. Back to the lake house. I can't get out and start to panic, but we find water. We find a water slide that has a lifeguard, but I can't even read it. But it doesn't have a pool. Oh my God. Thursday, February 19th. My daughter was little, sleeping in different places. We were homeless. Oh, my old boss's house. Oh, danger, sirens. I really abbreviated this one. At our house. Blow up love seat, pink and blue. Like I had blow up furniture. Tornado, strong winds. Blow the love seat next door. Garage doors open. Standing there with smear tons of dark makeup on someone's face. Fear, storm. Okay. It goes on and on, like a super long list of weird stuff. Hey. Never mind. Okay, I had another list, a random list there. Saturday, March 12th, 2016, I'm going to guess. A babysitter on Valentine's Day. That's jumping the gun a little bit. In my dream, I was asking other people if they needed babysitters for Valentine's Day. That sounds like a nightmare. Ugh. Okay. Saturday, March 12th, 2016, in the country, on the run, on the news, wanted. I'm a wanted criminal. Going to the country stores, lost and scared, going to a bunch of different houses, like horrible snowstorm. I have to get to my new job all of a sudden. It took forever to get to. They didn't know me or who I was or why I was there, and I didn't have my office pass. Hi, Annie Creeps. to scan in. I didn't have my office pass to scan in. And everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy. Finally figure out who I am and put me in my office. Large room with dark brown carpet, walls. It's cozy, but there's 3 other women that I started the job with. We all have our own computer. Our trainer comes in to tell us what exactly we will be doing, and it's a top secret project. He locks, keys, security codes, passwords, and we can't tell anyone. He then proceeds to take off his pants, and now he is having a party in our top secret security room. We all get talked to, and even though we didn't know him or what he was doing, it was our first day there. He gets fired, but we don't. I forget all my security codes and passwords, but I keep my new job. Oh my God. Hello. Oh my gosh. Does anybody else have a dream journal like this that's just full of crazy nonsense? Okay. Sunday, March 13th, 2016. Loading up in a white Suburban. A few girls I went to school with. We're outside in the country. We're by a barn. Ground. Stony Drive. Getting ready to go to a museum. Everyone is walking around going into theater seating. And like that's the end of it. There's not even like a conclusion to these. Wow, it goes right. I didn't even keep track for a long time. And then it jumps right to June 5th, 2017. Wow. Okay, nope. June 6th, 2017. Oh. Never mind. Sometimes I can't say them out loud because, hello, Zach. This Meister says, had a dream once about being in a Mexican standoff, but with bows and arrows. Isn't that more accurate? Seems like that would be more accurate than just guns. June 11th, 2017. Hurricane Katrina cleanup. Kind of late there, aren't we? Well, aren't there a lot of people still living in FEMA trailers, by the way? Aren't there still people that have never been helped since Katrina? Just curious if anyone knows the answer to that. Anyways, June 11th, 2017, Hurricane Katrina cleanup. People received 42-inch flat screens, but couldn't find their dog. People that could leave left. Help took too long. Oh, that's pretty accurate, actually. I don't get sleep paralysis. I don't know if that would be better or worse than some. I don't have a lot of my nightmares. Writing on the ones that by 2017. It starts out at a salon but briefly. Bad guy looks like he is holding sausage links. Bad guy decides to drive away. Leave and leave. We still think he has sausage links. They're bombs. He just won't leave. Constantly threatens. My husband tried to get rid of him in the woods, but he comes back. And my dogs and cat are missing. And that's the end of that. Wow. You want to hear some? I'm sure I'm going to get to them. July 23rd, Christmas time. I'm prepping for a 2-week trip to see my grandma. My grandma's passed away for a long time. By myself, cleaning air and ground pool. I've morphed into a robot. Oh no. Well, if it's going to do that, I'm not going to keep doing it. Is it still messing up? Hello. Can't hear now. No. Hello. Yeah, I think it's working anymore. I don't know if it is or not. Let me see. I'm gonna wait another second and see. If it doesn't, we'll just call it a day. I'm just gonna get the end phase. Thank you. Can you hear me now? Testing, testing, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Yeah.